Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of EPW. Tonight we have singles competition here. Tonight a rematch from last week as it is the Spider taking on Stephen Ace. And there you see the man himself walking out. The Spider beat Stephen Ace last week by countout, I believe, in 2.5 minutes. Spider is certainly increasing the pyro budget. The Spider, who has been chomping at the bit to try and get an EPW World Champion Matthew James ever since EPW Broken Glory, where the inaugural World Champion was crowned. And speaking of inaugural champions, on November 21st, if you did not see the announcement, we will have our inaugural World Tag Team Champions crowned for EPW November 21st at Crimson Reign. There's going to be a tournament throughout the month of November where it will be 5 teams facing off in qualifier matches. 2 teams will remain by the end and will ultimately be inaugurated as the first ever EPW World Tag Team Champions. And I mean, you gotta wonder, the Spider, he's already had tag team experience with Stephen Ace, or not Stephen Ace, Austin Legend is fighting Stephen Ace tonight. You gotta wonder if things go south in the world title hunt, maybe the Spider can go for the tag team titles with Austin. Spider now waiting in the ring for the arrival of his opponent. And I mean, his music is playing, his trons are displaying, and now Stephen Ace with new gear, a new attitude, no longer adorning the blue and white that he had made famous in his debut against the Spider and Kamikaze Kid in the EPW World Championship first round tournament. Stephen Ace, you can already tell he's certainly feeling a little bit more arrogant. Maybe the personality of the EPW World Champion Matthew James is already starting to rub off on Stephen. And I'll just mocking the rest of the EPW faithful here. And I mean, you can see the Spider trash talking at ringside. I'm surprised the Spider just doesn't run into the ring and clothesline this man's head off. As we could see last week, the Spider was originally scheduled to face our World Champion Matthew James, but he would be replaced by Stephen Ace of his own volition. Matthew James clearly wanted to stay away from the Spider, so he's sending his goon to do his dirty work, and now these two men getting right in each other's faces. The referee got to separate him. The bell hasn't rung yet. And wait a minute. Matthew James already at ringside. You gotta wonder how long it would have taken. And the referee rings the bell, already pissing off the Spider. The Spider now, big kick, taking out Stephen Ace's knee. Now the Spider looking for a double spring moonsault, nobody home. Stephen Ace automatically into a cover for the win. 1. No, only 1. These two men have history. They were 2 of the 3 men in the first ever match here in EPW history. The Spider would win that match. Stephen Ace would not be pinned or submitted. Big kick to the side of the face. And the Spider would definitely have more success. Stephen Ace currently 0-3 in his career. He lost the first round match. He lost the last chance qualifier, and last week he lost via countout. Spider went for a shoulder tackle, nobody home. And now Stephen Ace with the big boot. Now Stephen, he might have been looking for a springboard, maybe just taunting not only the fans, but also the Spider, trying to bait him out, trying to change up a strategy. And a massive jumping knee sends the Spider right down to the canvas. Matthew James, I thought he was going to go over in the corner and talk trash, but he's grabbing a kendo stick. This is not a no DQ match. Stephen Ace can get disqualified as the Spider nailing a suplex. And now into a roll through. Wait a minute. Paying homage to one of the greatest in-ring wrestlers of all time, into a dream killer. 2 of the 3 amigos made famous by Eddie Guerrero. As the referee was just arguing with Matthew James at ringside. Spider now was looking for a springboard leg drop, nobody home. Spider with a kip up. And now a drop kick. Stephen Ace able to move out of the way. The kendo stick falling out of the ring. Stephen went for a springboard, nobody home. These two locking up. Spider and Stephen Ace. Not only are they great technical wrestlers, but there are not a lot of people that I would say could beat either man in a chain wrestling sequence. But Stephen Ace right now with the Spider's number, as he's just wrenching away with that side headlock. Spider maybe going to need to try and throw. Stephen Ace in the ropes, and no, I thought he was going to get into a sideways lock takedown, or takeover. Spider now just going away at the waist, and now just wailing away. Every breath Stephen Ace takes, the Spider's grip only gets stronger, only gets more secure. Stephen A's trying to find a way out of it. Spider lets it go into a roll-up cover. One, and no, only one. Spider, he knows how important this match is. He knows he's going to have to pull out everything in order to try and beat Stephen A's big right hand by the Spider. Stephen with a chop. Oh, Spider just firing back the recoil. And now these two men going right at each other like friggin' shots of lightning. Just chops on right hands. The Spider, I think, maybe on a miss or Stephen ducked the forearm. Didn't miss that one, and his springboard forearm connects. Spider, again, he knows the importance of this match. It is going to get him one step closer to the World Championship. As the Spider now with the side hip toss into the knees to the face. Stephen A's been on the suffering end of this, and he is once more big knees right into the face. Spider now going on top, maybe getting a moon stomp. No, he wants Stephen A's on his feet. Spider off the top rope, double foot stomp right into both of the shoulders. Stephen A's with a bit of an awkward kip up. Spider he got that kick to the midsection and the Dream Killer. Matthew James at ringside is irate. Referee into the cover 2, and no, only a 2. Referee getting right there in the middle of the action. The Spider going up to the top rope. And now maybe taking moon stomp connects. Spider with a moon stomp to Stephen A's after the Dream Killer 1, 2, and that is 3. Spider is able to pick up the win over Matthew James's right-hand man in what at first was a very competitive matchup. The Spider definitely was able to take advantage after the springboard flying forearm and then these knees to the face. It'll disorient whoever you are, and it just so happened to Stephen A's. And then there was the diving foot stomp off the top rope. Stephen A's would kip up, but it would be to his own disarray as the Spider would nail the Dream Killer. And then initially only getting a 2 count, but the moon stomp would put Stephen A's away for good. As the Spider would get the ultimate 1, 2, and 3. Spider definitely going to be able to celebrate this win tonight. The referee raising his hand one step closer to the world champion. And speaking of which, a kick to the guts. But wait a minute. Matthew James is being irate with Stephen A's loss. He's just attacking anything that moves. As our world champion yet again lays out the Spider for a second week in a row. Tune in next week to see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good night.